Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I'm Mina, and this is a short seated practice for letting go. So, where some of us are, it's fall, and I'm looking out in the leaves, pretty much the color of my cardigan, and they're starting to fall and starting to be digested by the earth so that after winter, come next spring, these fallen leaves can become the nutrition for the new leaves and the new fruits that are going to become ripe next summer. And so this class, we will release lots of tension in the neck and the shoulders and the arms, those areas that we carry a lot of tension in. We'll also do some breathing exercises and contemplate what we can let go of. So let's start by sitting comfortably. So this is, like I said, a seated practice. You can sit on the floor. You can also sit on a chair. And when you sit on the floor, you're not a better yogi because you're sitting flat on the floor. If you're sitting flat on the floor and you're looking like this, chances are that there's lots of tension in your belly, in your hip flexors, and in your shoulders. So you don't have to use as many props as I am, but maybe just sitting up on a bolster or a blanket allows your hip to be roughly in line with your knees, or the knees might even fall further, and that allows us to keep our spine upright with less tension, right? And you might also want to grab a strap or a towel, or you can also just use the sleeve of the shirt you're just wearing right now that we might use later in the practice. Good. So that being said, feel your sit bones grounded, the temperature of your hands on your knees or in your thighs. And you can close your eyes for a moment or just look gently down your nose to settle in. Notice your breath. Noticing the curvature of your spine. So maybe you're arching a little bit or you're a little bit rounded. And then moving towards feeling the length of your spine that is growing effortlessly towards the ceiling. And allowing the belly to soften as you inhale and exhale. You can start to breathe in and out through the nose if that's available to you today. And just checking in with your physical body. Maybe there's some aches. Maybe there are parts of your body that feel a little bit more spacious than others. And all of that is just fine, just noticing. Maybe there's some emotion swirling around in your body, in your belly, in your heart, or maybe in your toes. And welcoming all of those emotions as well. Good, and maybe there are thoughts, recurring thoughts. Thoughts that are digesting this morning or the day, depending on when you're practicing. And also allowing those thoughts to be there without chasing after them. Good. And perhaps through all of this, your breath has already lengthened a little bit, calmed down. And using this moment to invite the breath to become even more full, smooth. And perhaps you'd like to bring the hands on top of your heart or together in front of your heart. Shoulders soft, jaw relaxed. Maybe there's an intention you like to set. Maybe you already know what you want to let go of and that you can set that as an intention. Or maybe you still don't know. Maybe you're like, okay, yeah, I feel like there's stuff to release, but I don't really know what yet. In that case, you can simply ask that question. Your attention can be that question to find out what it is that you need to let go of. Maybe it's just one tiny habit. Maybe it's just one piece of clothing that you don't like anymore. Maybe it's an inch of your hair. Maybe just one cigarette, one glass of alcohol. Who knows? Just asking your heart or your entire body for wisdom and guidance. Good, and then you can take a deep breath into that intention or your question. Nice, and then you can gently open your eyes, release your hands onto your thighs, and we'll simply start by rolling the shoulders. Good, just getting some blood flow in there. If you like, you can inhale, lifting the shoulders up, and exhaling down. Good, maybe there's some creaking or cracking, no problem. Nice. And then we'll continue from here on to the neck. Gentle semicircles, drawing your chin from your chest towards one shoulder and then back to the other side. No strain, just allowing the weight of the head to gently stretch the neck muscles. Movement. Motion is lotion, right? So just gently moving, creating more synovial fluid for the longevity of the spine and the vertebra there. Good. Next time you're on the left side, you can stay there for a moment. And you can just stay here or reach the right hand out to the side. And might lengthen the sensation a little bit more towards your fingertips. Again, you can stay here or make a little fist and draw circles with the hand in all directions. And you don't have to pull your neck to the side, just a gentle nod. Good. Nice. And then let's bring the head up. Keep the head where it is. And nod the head over to the other side. Good. And this right hand can turn inward like you're trying to punch someone behind you. Good. Nice. Inhale, release the hand. Exhale, punch someone behind you. Inhale, release the head and hand. Exhale, punch someone behind you. Now we're flossing the radial nerve. A lot of what we think is muscle tension is also entrapped nerve, so we're going to gently floss the nerve. Good. And then you can come back. Release your hand onto your thigh. And we're going over to the other side. So this time you can bring the head over to the right side, and we'll start with the circles on the left hand. Good. And the more you straighten this arm, the more intense it might get. Allowing the breath to flow. Circling the fist in all directions. One way and then the other. Good, and then slowly head can come back to center. Good. And to the other side, all the way to the left side. And we're going to punch someone behind us. Good. And we're going to release the hand and the head. And exhale into the stretch. Punch someone. Inhale to center. Exhale, punch someone behind you. Inhale, center. Exhale, punch. One more time. Inhale, center. And exhale, punch. Good. And then slowly release. Wonderful. Let's roll the shoulders back to front this time. You might already feel a little bit warmer around your neck, around your shoulders. Good. Wonderful. And from here, we're going to bring the hands into the heart, elbows up to the side. And we're going to inhale, open the hands, and then flex the fingertips down. And exhale, hands back to heart. Inhale, like you're showing everything you got. Palms moving away from your heart opens. Exhale, hands start keeping the elbows high. Inhale, breathe it in. And now here we're getting a little bit more into the median nerve. Inhale, open up. Fingertips reach down. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Again, making sure that you're moving within a range of motion where you don't feel any nerve tingling, numbness. Good, and then release the hands. Shake it out for a moment. Maybe some horse lips in between. Making sure the jaw is also relaxed. 1 more. Good. Then for the last one of our nerve flossings, we're going to go more into the ulnar nerve. That's towards the pinky. So we're going to bring thumb and index finger touching. You yogis might know this as Chin Mudra. And then move the arm out to the side, palm facing down. And we're going to move the hand towards our face or our cheek and lean the head towards the hand. And exhale, hand back down. Inhale, drawing the palm of the hand towards the cheek. Cheek leans into the hand. Exhale, back down. Do this a few more times. Inhale. Your range of motion might be smaller, no problem. Just moving as far as you can. Obviously, this is not just flossing the nerve, but also working on the range of motion in your shoulders. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Other side. Finding Chin Mudra on the other side. Palm facing down. Inhale. Palm of the hand moves towards the cheek. Cheek towards the hands. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. You might feel some sensations towards the pinky side of your hand. It's totally normal, just making sure it's no pain. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Good. You're done with the flossing part of this class. Inhale, reach up. You can bring your shoulders even towards your ears. And then exhale. Slap your thighs. A few more. Inhale. Make your side body long. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Good. Wonderful. Let's come into Garudasana arms from here. So you can inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale. First option is simply right arm under left arm. You give yourself a hug. You can even walk your fingers back so that the elbows cross over a little bit more. So this might be enough sensation in your back body. You can bring the backs of the hands towards one another, or you can bring the palms of the hands towards one another. So those are the different options for eagle arms. Good. And once you're here, you can breathe into the back, tops of the shoulder blades. Nice. You can also play with lifting the shoulders up a little bit and then depressing your shoulder blades back down. That should change the sensation. Making sure you're still breathing deeply. Nice. One more breath. Good. And then inhale, reach your arms out. And then exhale. This time, left arm under right arm. Again, you can stay here. This might be enough. You can walk your fingers towards the center of your back a little bit more. Good. Or touching the backs of the hands, or touching the palms of your hands. Good. And again, making sure your breath is flowing, neck, jaw loose. And you can play with lifting and pressing your shoulder blades down. Change the sensation of this shape. Good. And then slowly reach the arms out and up this time. And exhale, back down. Good. Let's switch the orientation of the legs. Let's extend them out. Even if you're on a chair, you can just shake them out for a moment. Good. And then going back to crossing your legs, but probably the odd way for you, right? It might take some wiggling around so that you feel comfortable in this position. Good. Nice. And let's get the strap this time. So you can grab the strap in the right hand, and we'll start with a tricep opener. So you're opening the back of your right arm, keeping the shoulder blades soft and relaxed down your back. Good. And here we have the tendency to really spread the ribs, make sure that they're somewhat contained. Good. And this might be enough for you for today. You can just stay here, or you can reach the left arm out to the side, palm facing down, and then perhaps grab the strap. Perhaps you're reaching for the fingers. That's also fine. And then allowing for the internal rotation of the left shoulder and the opening the back of the right arm. Keeping the head long. Good, and let's breathe here. Wonderful. One last breath. Good, and then slowly release. Good, lots of cracking here. And this time we're going to hold the strap in the left hand. And again, start with the triceps opener. Again, this side might feel very different. Breathing into the opening again, weaving the ribs somewhat into one another. Good, you can stay here, or you can reach your right arm out to the side, palm back, and then bend at the elbow and reach for the strap or the fingers maybe. Good, and then noticing what you're feeling here, and see if you can let go just a tiny bit of any tension that's unnecessary. One more circle of breath. Good, and then release. You can let go of the strap, move it aside. Wonderful. Good. And let's just take it into a tiny twist before we move more into a breathing exercise. Right hand onto the knee, left fingertips behind you for support. Or you can also grab the back of your chair if you're sitting in a chair, and just allowing the upper spine to twist. Every inhale, you can think length. And every exhale, you can leave with the sternum to twist a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale back to center. And then exhale right away to the other side. Left hand onto your knee. Right fingertips behind you for support. Breathing up the spine on your inhale for length. And exhaling a little bit into the twist. Heart is leading the twist. Good. And one more. Nice. And then let's slowly come back to center. Let's cat-cow. Inhale to open the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades. And exhale round. Good. A few more times at your own pace. Using this opportunity, just neutralize the spine, making sure you feel good so that you can breathe. Good. Wonderful. And let's come into stillness. If you're feeling fatigued from sitting upright, you can also sit up against the wall. Or if you're in a chair, you can also place a little cushion in your lower back so that you can lean into the chair without collapsing or tilting. Good. Wherever you are, let's do a few more of those horse lips. So inhale through the nose and then see if you can extend the exhale by really, really loosening the jaw. And so you're at home and no one's listening, you can add a little bit of voice in there. Two more. Last one. Good. And then you can close your eyes. Find a comfortable position for your hands. And your spine is light and upright or leaning against wall. And you're taking a few moments to notice the after effects of all the movement we did, releasing the shoulders, the neck, upper back. Perhaps there's increased blood flow, some heat. And you can allow the breath to really move into the lower belly. And so often we're holding tension in the lower belly. And breathing more in our chest in our everyday lives. So allowing for lots of belly breathing in these moments of conscious breathing. And when we really breathe into the belly, it's almost like we're opening up pathways for our digestion and our second brain, our more intuitive brain in our gut. So people are talking a lot about, gut-brain connection. And one way to improve your digestion and your ability to digest and process of that which you have let go or want to let go is by breathing into your belly. Waking up all the nerve endings of your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is a cranial nerve that is highly responsible for our relaxation response. And it's moving from our brain through the jaw, our throat, to the lungs and the heart, and it touches all of our digestive organs. Good, and just breathing deeply allows us to soothe us, allow for better digestion and all of our healing processes. Good. If you have trouble connecting with your belly, you can also bring your hands onto your belly so that you can touch the belly. Feel it gently expanding as you inhale. Gently moving back towards your spine as you exhale. Like a balloon that's breathing, pulsating. Good. And once you've established this connection with your belly, it might not be much. It's totally fine. Just bringing your attention and intention to breathe more into your belly is going to change your body over time. Good. And then I'll start to invite you to emphasize the exhale a little bit more. So perhaps you're breathing in and out now roughly at the same rate. Perhaps you're breathing into 1, 2, and exhaling 2, 1, 2. Perhaps you're inhaling 3, out 3, inhale 3, out 3. Good. Or maybe you're exhaling a little bit shorter than you're inhaling, in which case I ask you to bring the inhale and the exhale up to par. So inhaling and exhaling at the same rate. And if you already are inhaling and exhaling at the same rate, I invite you to extend your exhale just one count. So perhaps 3 in, 4 out. Good. And if you're already exhaling a little bit longer than you were inhaling, you can see if you can move your exhale up to twice the length of your inhale. So if you're inhaling 2, you're exhaling 4. Inhale 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Good. And wherever you are, you can play with extending your exhale. Like I said, up to twice as long as your inhale. And exhaling longer doesn't mean exhaling more. You don't have to try to force out everything. It's more becoming smoother, more even. In your exhale. Good. And as you're exhaling slightly longer than you were before, asking yourself, okay, what can I let go of with this exhale? Maybe it's just a tiny bit of tension in your belly or in your jaw. Or maybe it's certain reoccurring thoughts. Maybe it's a certain goal you used to have, but now you actually realize it doesn't serve you anymore. And what can you shed so that the things you let go of become new energy, nutrients, and inspiration for something new? Let's stay with this intention as we exhale a little bit longer to let go. Good, and then you can gently bring your hands back together, either in front of the heart or on top of your heart. Come back to the question, or maybe you thought you knew exactly what you needed to let go of at the beginning of this short session. See if you still feel that way. Perhaps something has shifted. Good, and then you can gently bow in towards your heart center and your gut center. Bowing down towards the intelligence of the body, the wisdom in each and every cell within you. Good. You can gently open your eyes. And I thank you very much for sharing this practice.